Team is shooting. Mover targets. Once the mover targets have been hit, they will go down. All right, sorry, everybody. We switched over to this stream just because the other mode was on portrait mode. We definitely want to be on landscape in today's range. Team 53. Team 53. Team 5-3. 36 shot before this. I wasn't able to really see them. 53. We caught on the front end on this side of the video as well. They now have shotguns. They're shooting the shotties at these little pigeon targets, or bowling pin targets, as they're called. The shotgun or pistol? Oh, it was a pistol. Never mind. Pistol. It's my first run as well. I'll get better as we continue on. Hit. And right. And right. Good hit. Good reset each time. Well done. Reset the trigger each time. Make sure that it's calm and collected. Team 53. Team 53. So they carried a 60-pound sandbag all the way to the far end of Krilling. They shot a flintlock musket, 1 round each. And they switched over to their M4s. They shot targets that were moving targets between 100 to 150 meters. Shot those. They now came over to this lane carrying the sandbag, and they're shooting pistols. They shot pistol targets that were these metal pins. Team 5-3 right now. And now they're all metal targets, so obviously they're trying to shoot the most metal targets, clean it up. You know a team's doing very well, especially during an event like this, when you start hearing pling, 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 pling. If you're not hearing that, generally not the best. Today, this is Krilling Range. Krilling Range is one of the only lanes there. It's only going to have one team going at a time. So we had one team going at a time at Prusik. We have one team going at a time here at Krilling Range. Yep, Team 53 is going right now. How did Team 36 look? They looked physically comfortable. Like, they looked solid. I don't know how they shot, though. I got on the back end of their shooting. This will be your heaviest weighted event as far as marksmanship and shooting. This is the one that you want to be best at because you're going to gain the most points in the competition here. This is not an event you come to and shoot, forget. Like, no, you need to be hitting everything. All right, so they go to the next bay. Likely for this, they can only shoot at targets that have brown. So you'll notice there's white targets that are slanted a little bit, but the head is exposed for those respective targets. So you could take the risk and shoot at that. You probably get penalties for every time you accidentally hit any kind of white. So they're going to their starting line. They have so many magazines on their person. They're going to be told to lock and load by the ranger instructor. Once they're locked and loaded, they can both begin shooting. They want to shoot the brown target. They obviously don't want to hit any white. They're working with sponsor item M4s that were issued to them for this. It has a certain type of optic that's a little bit different from a standard CCL. Unsure of the exact specifications. I'll try to get it as we keep going on the run here. That second shooter there on the right, he did like an oblique shot. What's interesting about that is behind that target is another target with white. So ideally, you're not shooting the brown target, it going through and hitting the white target behind. So it's kind of tricky from perspective of hitting these targets. As far as everybody on the teams right now, I'm tracking that Black Ohm is having some issues with the account as far as it being maxed out. But once I get to my other phone, I will kind of give you updates of where each team is. I know Team 40 is going next on this lane. I'm pretty sure. Unless they're already going right now. Opposed to years past, it seems very a little bit slower. Not that it's a bad thing. It's just a little bit more controlled. Generally, a lane for Krilling range, your time will be about 7 to 8 minutes max. This team right now has been on the lane for 12 minutes, and that includes a brief you get from the flintlock. It includes the ranger instructors making sure you're set up for your respective weapon system. It's taking a little bit longer. What that might mean from the perspective of a competitor is if you're competing right now and you're in the holding area and it takes 16 to 20 minutes per team to go through and you're the fifth team in, well, it's going to be 100 minutes until you go. So you're anticipating the event, you get here, you're ready to rock, and it's like, all right, we'll see you in 2 hours, even though you're standing here and sitting here. This is an event that you might want to have knocked out sooner than later. That way you're not getting stuck in this queue, this long line, because you need to complete all 15 Ranger Reckoning events prior to making it to the end by 7 p.m. before your unknown distance foot march. So partners switch positions. Now they're shooting at one of the targets. Goal here is not to hit the white. Obviously, that far left target's the easiest. It has nothing there but plain cardboard paper. Partner on the right seems to be struggling with his weapon system. It appears maybe, I don't know if it's getting dropped in the dirt and then that's having issues getting loaded up, but not going so well. If you do not make all 15 events by 7 p.m., then right now the penalty is a massive penalty, or they will just straight up disqualify the team. So we have 40 teams left in the competition. It's very possible that you're going to have a couple teams that are not going to be able to move the full 17 to 19 miles, depending on the route they take. Also based off of this amount of time you're waiting in between events. As a result, you might get stuck, not make it by 7 p.m., and then they'll say you're disqualified. And you might only have 36 teams that advance to the nighttime foot march. So that is a different aspect of today's event. And you don't know where everybody is. It's not like you had the Black Ohm website on your phone because you don't got a phone as a competitor. So you don't truly know where everybody is across the board. All right, rifle's back. He is blazing through it. You definitely want to be controlled. You don't want to get any silly penalties here. hitting any of the white targets. And avoid hitting all white targets if possible. We are at 15 minutes right now. It is a lovely suckfest. You're not kidding. I think strategically, if you've competed before, you'd want to know, hey, what are going to be our slow throughput lanes? Clearly, the Prusik, we had 13 teams over there, absolutely brutal. And then the best team I saw do it in 10 minutes. The worst team I saw do it in like 24 minutes. So imagine a team in front of you, 4 teams in front of you in 24 minutes. You're waiting an hour and a half. Brutal. Just absolutely killer. You probably ideally, if you were towards the front, like Team 44, you'd want to get to Krilling first, knock out Krilling, and then just start hitting all these ranges that go along Jamestown Road over to the Colonel Puckett Highway, which included Patton, Porter, and Pierce ranges. All right, so here we go back to the physical portion of Krilling Range. I'm carrying this 50-pound sandbag. I'll get you that Team 30 answer here soon. Team 53 right now. Whew. It's a long event. My goodness. Long event. All right, Team 53, they're each getting their pistol. Same concept here. You have to shoot the brown cardboard, avoid the white. Didn't they give you an option here for your partner, whoever has the better pistol, shooting better pistol way to go first, have more rounds? Shooting rifle, never mind. Decided to shoot from the classic on your side of a booty, side of your booty position. It's a technique. So he completed it. And his partner switched out. I gave him a weapon. So now you got one partner, probably the more confident shooter, and he's shooting both teams. I won't be able to give you team updates until I get back to my second phone here, and after these guys are done shooting, I'll give you an answer on what teams are okay. All right, so that same partner shows his partner's weapon. He's shooting it. He feels good. He feels confident shooting it. Every time you hit a piece of white, you're going to get time added to your overall time. That's not good. Every time you hit a piece of brown, that's good. You're going to get that time deducted from your overall time. Right now, they've been on the course for 18 minutes. Ooh. Yeah, if you got 10 teams here, you're going to wait 20 minutes for each team. It's 200 minutes, 3 hours before you go. Oh, my goodness. Is this the only live right now? So right now, Blaine, he was at the Prusik. As you saw, it was very slow go over there. So Blaine left the Prusik, and I'm the one going. Blaine's going to jump forward to a different site. That way we got 2 pieces of action going. Just keep aware and stay focused on the different YouTube site. We will eventually have 2 feeds going again. For now, likely in the next hour and a half, I'll be racking that out, of course.
What's up next?
All right. So currently, sorry, moving the phone while looking at another phone. It's a lot of multitasking right now. I really need an assistant here. We have Team 53. Obviously, they're shooting right in front of us. We got in the shoot, Team 40, Team 38, Team 47. 28, 33, 47, Team 40. They're all on deck to go. 53 is shooting right now, right here. Team 38 is moving north on Jamestown. Team 14 is over at the known distance range. Nobody's at the pistol range. Team 24 and Team 4 are moving over to the partner buddy range. Team 10 is on Jamestown Road. People were asking about Team 30, 3-0, Tree 0. Do not see them anywhere on the map. On the Black Ohm website, you can see and track where they are for each team. What team are you looking for? blackohm.com. OHM. What team are you looking for? 22 is approaching the Urban Assault Course. Urban Assault Course is Buchanan Range. It's south. It's south that direction, about half a mile on your right. Yep, you got it. Team 22, Buchanan Range. All right, here we go. Team 53. So they're at about 22 minutes. Dang, 22 minutes to lead this lane. That's a long lane. 22 times 40, 800 minutes, 612, it's 10. That's 11 hours. Yeah, you don't got enough time. Yay. All right, so that took 22 minutes. We have 40 teams. If 40 teams take 22 minutes, 4 times 2 is 8, so that's 800 minutes. 800 minutes is 11, 12, 13 hours. They technically have 9 hours left. So theoretically, if every team takes 20 minutes and you never even make it to Krilling Range, you will not finish this event. So Krilling Range is kind of a critical range you want to knock out first, because there's only one team going at a time. That's rough. Black Ohm isn't working. Brutal. No, it's not working. Son of a gun. All right. Well, I have a little cheat sheet here for the Black Ohm thing. So let me see while we're waiting here. All right. I'm looking at another phone. So just try to pay attention as best you can. Over at the Buddy Team Live Fire, you have Team 24, the 82nd. Also Team 4, first ID. You have 7th ID, Team 10. They are on the road headed towards the Buddy Team Live Fire. You have Team 14 and Team 23 currently located at the known distance range, rifle range. Team 38 is moving north on Jamestown Road. Located here at Krilling Range, we have Team 3, Team 53, Team 2, Team 33, Team 47, Team 40, who's about to go. Over at the Strongman competition, you have Team 20, representing 25th ID. Over at Bayonet Assault Course, you got Team 30. There's your Team 30. 30 is at the Bayonet Assault Course, along with 35, 29, 31. Correction, 28. 28, 35, 30, 31. Over at the Prusik is just absolutely brutal right now. Prusik has 32, 25, 36, 48, 8, 27, 36, 6, 9, 7. The Prusik is going to be also a brutal lane today. Nobody's moving on that one. Best team I saw go took them 14 minutes, and that was a 75th Range Regiment team, so realistically, they're usually the fastest. Team 49 is on Crosby Road. They're moving. 22 and 45 are at the Urban Assault Course. 34 is moving towards the Urban Assault Course. 21 is moving south on Jamestown. Team 44, the first place team likely, is headed towards the machine gun range, and Team 43 and 19 are headed to Wagner range. That's the M320 range. I stand corrected on Krilling here. It seems like they do have two teams going at once. One team will go when one team is about halfway through. So throughput's still 20 minutes. Cut that in half. So instead of 13 hours, it'll take 6.5 hours. 6.5 hours puts us at 12, 5 o'clock. So theoretically, everybody could be done with Krilling range by 5 p.m. and that gives them 2 hours to get back in time to Camp Rogers. All right, that was a quick down and dirty. We will try to get the full Team 40 effect here, see how they shoot. The strategy is just to watch the stream. That's for sure. I think the strategy is watch the stream, ask as many sophisticated questions you can that can be engaging. I will try after every run that we're done, just like we did just now. I'll give you an update of where each team is located. Now it'll kind of be your opportunity to say where they are. All right, Team 40, here we go. We got a big family crowd here. This is the Airborne Ranger Training Brigade, Team 40. They're also here from the 4th Airborne Training, the 4th Battalion. They represent here at Rogers and Camp Darby. So obviously it's a hometown crew. Team 40, their narrator story here is last year was the third and final time that Sergeant Whitney could complete. Sergeant Whitney tore his ACL on day 2, left the competition, never to compete again. Rules changed this year. Anybody can compete in the Best Ranger competition again as long as you've not won. Once you've won, you're no longer allowed to compete. Team 40 partner here is Captain Rutledge. Rutledge in 2021 finished in 12th place. So this is the second time competing. So we got a team here. Both have competed. Both have finished, right? Pretty exciting. Go ahead. You have to start the plus sign, press the horizontal button, then pick your video. It's going to be like, you're wrong. You shouldn't do that. Then you're going to press the pencil to go into advanced settings and just press OK. And then you can press go live and it'll be like, all right, you're good. All right, so we got some flintlocks here, going back to the days of our revolutionary times. Looks like we're back on the old guard right here. The old guard's going to feel right at home. Once they're done getting their orientation brief from our class historian, wonderful nerd here, / absolute subject matter expert on firing the muskets, they will each load their musket with their gunpowder, with their barrel, with the ball, and then the gunpowder. It's a one shooter. Be able to shoot the musket at that target. Oh, he hit it! Let's go! We can clearly see the little mark right there that he hit it. Yo, Rutledge, let's go! Captain Rutledge, lighten it up, baby. It's one of those targets that you can see based off the color change in the target. All right, so now immediately they have to transition to a prone position. They're shooting at 4 targets that are all on movers. Those 4 mover targets are toasting. No, we definitely don't want the musket firing us. I mean, no thank you. We're in trouble in that position. You can fire 2 rounds every 2 minutes. All right, good shots fired. Try to focus on these targets for you. Zoom in a little bit. Obviously, you know once they're going down, the movers, that they're hitting them pretty well. Every round is being shot. You then see a target go down. That's good. All right, 2 misses. Hit. Ooh, I heard a ping. Somebody hit some metal. Watch that ricochet. Another piece of metal got hit. Whoa. Oh, another piece of metal got hit. forgot to bring my binos for this trip. I'm going to have to get my binos up next time. All right. All right, they're now going to run. Let's get ahead of them. Let's run. All right, team 40. Just shot the musket. Just shot the rifles. Moving targets. Now they're going to move the sandbags all the way here to the pistol bay, where they're going to shoot steel bowling pin targets and pie plates. These are probably the most fun to shoot because you know immediate feedback that you are pinging each target. Although it can also be kind of painful when you're missing. You're not hearing any ping. It hurts the morale just a wee bit. Basically, it's an AT4, that musket. Back blast area clear. All right, we got Rutledge on the left. And Whitney on it. Whoa, that was quick. Rutledge one. We got 2 targets. 4. Rutledge is on fire. Hitting everything. Well, so is Whitney. Whitney's not hitting them all, too. So they're going to expend all ammo first. Once all ammo is expended, then they move to the center, make sure their weapon's clear. They're going to load a second time. And they're going to shoot a second magazine. Look at all these Ranger instructors. They're all like, yeah, let's watch our Team 40. All right, so we got pie plates to the right. Okay, all right. Now we got about a 20-meter pistol shot. For those who do not shoot pistol every day, 20 meters can be a little bit difficult. I haven't seen really any teams wipe those back plates yet. Oh, there's Austin. Rutledge got one on the left. Oh, Austin got a second one on the left, and Whitney got one on the right, on the pie plates. All right, so once they're all expended, weapons are cleared, they're now going to move to the next bay. Media team's always getting their running in. Come on now. 48 come through Krilling yet. You know what? I said this before. I'm not going to really know who's gone through. All I know right now is 36, 3, 53, and now Team 40 for sure have. When I get done with this iteration, I'll be able to read you back where the general array of teams are to the best of my ability. All right, so we got our M4s. They're going to shoot M4s. M4s are being shot. The goal is not to hit the white target. White target slants a little bit to the side. You can see they just have a bit of cardboard peeking out. We're not going to have any immediate feedback on how we're shooting on this one. I think the next iterations, I'm going to have my binoculars with me, and I'll try to give you some good feedback about the shooting in the future here.
They're both malfunctioning. We don't have any guns that work. They're both malfunctioning. Let's pull up every time. Thanks, Dad.
This is team 40, still shooting. They're on the rifle portion of Krilling range. Krilling range has one team going through at a time. It's a little bit slower going. Team 40 has been on set for 9 minutes compared to the last team that was on for 22 minutes. They only have one bay left, so I guess they're moving twice as fast. That's good for your overall time. We obviously won't know how well they're shooting. I saw a couple thumbs up, so I assume that's good. They're probably shooting decent. All right, now they completed those outside targets they shot at. They're going to clear their weapons. All right, time is still going. Weapon to clear. Ooh, good call. It's a good time to have family here because they remind you of silly stuff like that. Like, you totally would have forgot the bag. But by having family and spectators, like, yo, get the bag. That's something that's going to save you 30 seconds because you would have got here in the bay and been like, why aren't we shooting? And they would have said, got to get your sandbag. So if you ever have somebody who's going to compete in the best ranger competition, you got to come out and support them for stuff like that. Their head's going every which way. They need support from fans. I'll get you all updates on your respective teams where they're located once we are done watching Team 40 shoot here. Right now, just based off the initial entry, 40, 44, 17, kind of your top teams that you'll see. So I just want to see a good iteration of how they're shooting. All right, so this iteration, one partner shoots. They can shoot in that weird seated on your left side of your backside position. They're shooting at those cardboard targets on the left. You're trying to hit just the brown. These weapons are going through all 40 teams. What we're seeing from both teams, the team that went before this and now, is that the weapons tend to jam. I'm not sure if that's coming from them not being lubed up, or maybe it's very possible as teams are dropping magazines and re-putting the magazines inside the weapon, that might cause that jamming issue. Damn, Ryan Peterson coming with that heat. You don't gotta be so tough on it. It wasn't ARTB specifically, it was all the family members. The family members who were here were like, get the sandbag. That's why I say, when you have a friend or family member competing, come out in person, you actually get to be interactive and support them in certain ways like that. That's super fun. Because you're just so mission focused, you forget something silly like, dude, you got to pick up the sandbag. Like, oh. All right, at this point we can see that bunch of holes in the left side white target. So I guess they are shooting at white, not at brown. I stand corrected from before. Once again, another jam. He threw the mag out. Now he's ready to move to the second iteration of this shoot. So he re-slung behind his back. He's going to transition to a side pistol. And he's going to pistol shoot those plates that are right there on the right. I think it was, no, just plates. Woo! When you just look back and just kind of gave the hand like, whatever. That was money. All right, so Austin Rutledge now. Second part of Team 40, completed in 2021, 12th place. His turn to shoot in the weird seated butt position underneath the obstacle. He's shooting at a target that's directly in front of them. So that target right there, that brown, white, brown, appears if they're only shooting at white. I guess that makes sense since the white looks a little bit more difficult there. Double feed again. We're at 13 minutes. The team before was at 22 minutes. right, here we go. Rutledge was killing it on the pistol earlier. I think we might see almost the same. Oh, he's got to chill. Got to relax. When you miss 2 like that, take a sec. Refocus. Get your trigger squeeze right. Appear Rutledge only hit 2. So, oh, no. Rutledge hit 1, 2, 3. 3, okay. So clean that. Are there standings? There ain't going to be no standings today. The only standings you're going to see from ARTB are those first 3 events because they are completed and all 40 teams that advanced did. So you'll get those standings, but you're not going to get end-of-day standings until tonight around 2100, 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. once they start the nighttime foot march. All right, here we go. All the way to the finish. And time of 15 minutes. The team previously did it in 22:30. So, I mean, they were just 7.5 minutes faster just in that team in front of them. We're not going to really know what's good or bad until probably 10 teams go through this event, right? So we at least got one measure there of Team 40. So let's give you an update on where everybody is, answer your questions as we wait for the next team to go. I'm going to get my vinyls, take my jacket off, because I'm getting toasty now. Way too hot. Okay. Woo! Need that. All right, team updates. Where is everybody located on the map? Oh, come on, man. I got to sign in again. Son of a gun. I know, Cindy. I know. Let's see if I can get it. Go ahead. Let me check. I got no text from you. Oh, there he is. Scared me. What you got? I'm in right now. Yeah, let me do that. This is super. Yeah. Where they at? You can track and tell them, hey, I'm at team location.
Exactly. And that's what I'm thinking. That might be better.
Situation awareness. All right, catching up. We got team 2. We got binoculars. We got team 2. Sorry, I was not able to give you a team update. Me and Blaine were talking about the stream, making sure we're setting it up for success. Let's go 2. 2 representing first Cav for Cavazos, Texas. Moving at a solid pace. We had a long hour and a half waiting in the holding area, thinking about this moment, ready to lock in, shoot straight. All right. So we got our subject matter expert here. Nerd, I say nerd in the kindest ways. Expert in the flintlock musket. The only teams who are going to have any experience with this puppy is the old guard from the Washington, D.C. Since they do have the Commanders in Chief Guard, one of the most incredible companies you can imagine in the United States Army, who represents the whole platoon of General George Washington. Let's get our binos updated. Love it. All right, so we're going to get a musket flash. That's the hammer striking the anvil, which is going to light the gunpowder. The gunpowder, once lit, will then trigger the awesome experiment of the steel ball getting shot towards these targets. I forget what they're called, but they're the kind of targets when you shoot them, if you actually hit them, they'll change color of the target, so you know immediately feedback if you hit it or not. So I got the binos out this time. I'll be a little bit more efficient here. First round, hit up top left, miss. Right guy hit spot on at 9 o'clock. Made that flash, turn green. Pretty cool. All right. So now they're going to shoot at these mover targets. That's best position right here. Mover targets give you pretty good feedback, immediate feedback. They're shooting prone position. Shooting fours. There's 2 hits, or 1 hit. And 2 should be another hit. You're going to know based off the immediate feedback the targets are going down. Also, you hear that metal pin every once in a while. There's a metal stand behind us holding those pie plates. I think it's actually hitting the stand. Not intentionally, just really hitting the moving target, miss it, and going to that metal. Yeah, right now their focus and aim has all been on these mover targets. I believe they gave them some kind of incentive to shoot at the movers. So many seconds off for every target. Almost hit the pie plate. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. If you were a Ranger Recycle, you're not that excited. Pie plate hit. Guess what? Ranger Recycle, you're the one running all the way down, resetting the target tree. So internally, if you're recycling, you're like, please miss the plate. Please, I don't want to run the 200 meters down and back. Those are just facts. Be aware of that. I think it's important. All right, so they're done shooting. Zoom back out here. We're now going to move sandbags. Still on the rock. Team 2 is at 5 minutes on the course. 5 minutes. Go 2. Good grind, 2. Good grind. 2 has supporters at home cheering on. Sadly, no spectators, but team chat here. 164 people watching. Team 2 can feel the love. All right, we're transitioning to pistol. We're shooting the bowling pin targetry. Are you supposed to have a sign-in account with Blackcomb? Yeah, so they gave out a sign-in account to spectators here at Best Ranger. Of course, on my gosh darn phone that I'm filming on right now. So I believe it was Blackcomb BRC.com or something. I'll have to look at it when we're in between. But I have been hearing from most people saying that they're having struggles jumping in. I'll be able to get team updates after we get this team cycled through. Team 2 is now at 7 minutes. Once both competitors are done shooting their first round of their first magazine, they clear it, lock it back, it's good. They load their second magazine, and then they can go ahead and shoot the second portion of this pistol. There we go, that's the password. BRC, lowercase view, 2025, exclamation point. Yeah, I think it's currently not working based off of the flood of people who are going in it, is my assumption. I'm assuming. You know what they say about assuming. It makes a donkey out of you and me. All right, here we go. Now we're going to move to the second portion of the pistol shoot. Second portion, they move in front of this little black thing right here, a little screen, and they're shooting at more pistol pie plates. Then the third portion, they move all the way to the end, and they got these little yellow guys. They're super tiny. And then you have the pie plates. So technically, yellow plates are closer, but they're tiny. White plates are further. You got more area there. So how comfortable do you feel at that range, at that distance? All right, range instructors, remind them, you guys are done, you're cleared, you're complete. Let's go back to the sandbag, move the sandbag. They're at 8 minutes, 34 seconds. Go, Team 2! Team 2 is trying to be deliberate. Make sure they get all their equipment. They're sick, helmets, love it. Dang, what a joke. You gotta have your Ranger. Oh my goodness. We got the jokes on the stream here. Brutal. All right, so this time we got binoculars, so let's actually see if we can spot what they're hitting for you. This is where I have my assistant holding binos, watching and telling me, hit, miss, hit. We're dual tasking here. We can do this, right? All right, I'm going to zoom in a little bit for you all. Oh, yeah, we're cooking right now. We can see what, oh, shoot, we're not cooking on the stream. All right, I'm watching the guy on the right. Three rounds per target. You hit 3 rounds on the right cardboard perfectly. You only shot those 3, though. Interesting. Right now, we only have one live going yet. It's just myself. Blaine is getting his batteries charged up. As you can tell, because we're bouncing around so many different locations, strain in the back also making it difficult to figure out where each team is. All right, shooter on the left shot all targets that are all brown, so they're clear there. Shooter on the right, I'm looking at his target tree. He did hit one white in the head, whoopsies, and then he shot all browns far. So he's cleared there. What's the link? The link is the black ohm thing, right? How many teams left here? Well, there's 40 teams in the competition. I think 7 have been through this league. So we still have 33 that have to come through. Krilling range is taking, on average, 15 to 23 minutes per team. So this lane is going to take forever. You have a lot of backup at this lane, a lot of bottlenecking, as we call it. It can be nice when you need a break after you just walked, 20 miles, whatever. You can get that initial break, but it can also be killer if you're ready to go and you have to end up waiting 2 hours when you only expected to be here like your thought was 30 minutes. It can slow your entire day down. And now the sun's coming out, it's getting toasty. So imagine now you got to start doing your movements on the road when the heat's out, when you could have had that further distances knocked out when it was really cool out. It was 56 degrees. We're now finally hitting 64. Another jam with the weapon, or a double feed. Every time there's a jam of some sort, the range instructor has the clock. He'll stop the clock. Another jam. One inside the chamber. We got a chamber jam. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Yeah, the bending heat is literally no joke here. So during all this time, when there's malfunctions, things that are completely out of the competitor's control, ranger instructor there who's with them the whole time is going to stop the clock, make sure they're straight. He'll restart the clock. So it is fair, like that team we watched, 53. They took 22 minutes to go on the competition on this event. Whoa, right by the brass, brutal. We're watching Team 2 right now. They took 22 minutes that Team 2 did, but there might have been stoppage time that we just can't see because we're not right there. Team right now is Team 2. Teams that I have seen come through does not mean all of them. 36, I missed them. 53, 40, 2. If somebody actually doesn't mind dropping that in chat, it was thus far that I've seen, it's 36, 53, 40, and 2. I'll be able to give team updates when we get here to the end. Thank you very much. So in the chat, you see that 36, 53, 40, and 2 are thus far we've shot. I think there were 3 or 4 teams before that because I was over at Prusik with Blaine and there were 12 teams over at the Prusik and I saw there were about 5 teams over here at Krilling. So I think we can assume there's probably been 9 teams through here. Thus far, Team 2 has been on this for 14 minutes and 45 seconds. I'll be able to tell you the other teams that have made it on here once we get back to my second phone. Thank you very much, my Delta friend. I appreciate it. Oh, there they are. Where's Terra Armavin? I've been waiting for you guys. We wanted you on the Mass Star run. We're like, where are they? We need them. We need you for every second. I can't wait to hear it. So thank you very much. The National Ranger Association website. Make sure you go to that. The Black Ohm login credential or like the username. Once again, I have to look at my darn phone. Hold on, I'm gonna pause for a second. So the username in the chat is on there. It is once again BRC 2025 at blackohm.com. That's the username. And then the password's up here in the comments too. I've been hearing from most people though that there's been issues from the spectator side accessing the Black Ohm website. Yep. So the Airborne Ranger Training Brigade, ARTB, if you go to their Facebook page is probably only going to post one set of standings a day, and that's going to be the standings from the first 3 events. It'll show you the top 40 teams 1 through 40, and those will be the only standings for the entire day until probably 8 or 9 p.m. when we then start the nighttime foot march. Reason being, because we're doing this create your own adventure best ranger competition. Right now, Krilling Range, I think we've had maybe 8 teams come through. You still got 32 teams that got to come through. So you can't actually rank this event until every team has gone through. And that's going to be for all 15 events that are going during this Ranger Reckoning. You're going to have events 4 through 18. We're not going to be able to give you an actual final score until every single team is gone and has received the respective time or points allocated. So today is going to be a wild day when it comes around 7, 8, 9 p.m. when they do post the standings. You will know who's the placings as soon as I do too. It's going to be very quick. Come on, Landon. You kidding me? You know it's me, baby. Baker Boys and Task Force 128. Of course. Black Lions, Landon. Hope life's going well. Landon, you still killing it? You still leading soldiers? Yes, username is BRC2025 at blackohm.com. I have been hearing that they're having issues, though, accessing it from the spectator perspective. Rain, while we're in this holding pattern, do you got any team updates as far as locations of teams? Can you kind of do like a once around the world for folks? A lot of people are asking, like, where's team 25 and so forth?
22 and 23 are here at Krilling.
Okay, so 22 and 23 are here in the holding area. Team 2 is currently who we're watching right now. This is obviously all administrative time, nothing counting against them. Team 2 is directly in front of us.
Team 47 Alpha.
Team 47 is shooting.
Right back here.
Oh, well, shoot. They're probably going to be killing it. Maybe we double back if we see them over here and we'll watch them shoot.
Right there. That's the use of that.
Okay, yep. I think we are going to jump over here to this bay since we're waiting a hot minute. I think the Ranger instructor is dealing with a reclama here since the weapon system malfunctioned twice and had a round stuck in the chamber. So what we're going to do is file 47. There should be some pretty good shooters. They are from use and stock. Okay, we got 49 at Urban Assault Course. That's an old Burroughs range. Urban Assault Course, I'd say, is my yearly favorite event to watch. I'm going to put some sunscreen after this.
Oh, this is use of stock.
Here we go. Use stock 47. Oh, shoot. Use the stock. Here we go, baby. All right, smooth shooting here. All right, boys. Ladies and gentlemen, we should have some pretty darn good shooting here. Keep your weapon slung. Grab your pistol mags. We're going to have 2 or 3 different orientations of shooting. All right, here we go. Once they're locked and loaded, they're going to go to their left and right sides, and they're good to start pinging. Good instruction. Good man, smooth. Reset. Sometimes you got to reset. Reset. All right, there's 1 hit. 2 hit. 3 hit. 4 hit. 5 hit. 6 hit. All right, so we got 6 hits. I see 1, 2 targets missed on the left, 1 target missed on the right. Now they're going to the end of the bay, and they're shooting at targetry to their side in the front. Small little yellow hexagon metal in front of him. There we go. He's got 1 hit. And then you got the pie plates on the sides. So we got 1 little small little yellow dude just got hit. One pie plate. Second plate hit. I think he's hitting those yellow low ones. Every time they're done shooting, usually we're used to dropping our mags as we're in combat, but for today's competition, they are making clear you got to pick up the magazines every single time, put them back to the team. All right, now we go. Moving the sandbag. Very sharp movement to the next bag. Time stopped as team 2 previous. They got caught up again. They're going to get this free time here just to chill and relax while they wait for the team in front of them to re-execute their shooting iteration. Team 47 is making the point that the 0 is off. Hence why the adjustments they are making was enabling them to actually hit the targets there on the second rack of them shooting, opposed to the first iteration. So we're going to let Team 2 go. We're going to continue to watch 47 shoot here with the AR system. Team 2 is going to run to the next bay. Team 2 is going to the last bay of shooting. And now we got 47 here. Oh, Kevin is saying he's mad. He's got them bull nose.
Meanwhile,
next set of teams that we can tell you about.
National Guard has left the urban assault and is moving out to Jamestown Road.
National Guard, which number?
That is Team 49.
49 just left urban assault, is headed out.
Yeah, it looks like 6 Bravo.
Team ID. 6, third ID, they're heading out.
They're
heading into the urban assault course.
Yep, that's right.
Third ID.
You have Team 28, 101st Airborne on
Team
Jamestown
28,
Road,
101st.
in transit between stations. You have Team 30, that looks like second AC, 30 on Jamestown Road as well.
Okay.
You have Team 48 Bravo, USASOC out on Jamestown Road moving. In transit. Team 17 is on Jamestown Road in transit.
Okay.
Team 45 Bravo is on the road.
Thank you, Delta. Appreciate it.
Transit. Team 27, 101st Airborne out on Jamestown Road, moving between. Looks like 18, Team 18 is on Yankee Road. Where are they headed? Don't know. Could be just off course or something. Not
Maybe
sure.
they're on the main course going to the Wagner range,
yeah,
320.
Could be, yeah. Team 21, 25 is on Jamestown. Moving towards the grenade launcher station. Another regimental team, Team 45, is headed towards the grenade launch station.
Nothing else south of there. Prusik's probably pretty fast.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, Prusik.
So we're taking a look at Prusik climb. Teams en route to Prusik. Team 8 is moving to Prusik, looks like.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see, we've got a few teams stacked up at Prusik. We have 35 and 15. Team 15 and 35 are at the Prusik Tower location. What are they on? They're in a hold of some sort, looks like. There's the tower. You have Team 36, Team 32, Team 25, Team 7, and Team 9, all at Team 25, 82nd Airborne, all at the Prusik Tower right now. Let's see where everything else is. That's the current update as of right now. A lot of teams in transit on Jamestown Road.
Where do you think we should bounce to next for our next set of streaming?
Yeah, it might be. Machine gun's got a few on it. It's got 19 and 43.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to see. The sun's finally out. Team 44. 44. Yeah, Team 44 is at the sniper.
Okay, so they're down there. So they're working. They went down to 320, and they're working their way north.
Yeah, looks like it. Yep. And we got teams all over the place right now.
Yeah, it's weird.
Team 43 and 19 appear to be coming off the. One's coming off the. Looks like 19's going away from the machine gun anti-tank, so they're headed out. They're headed out of there. Looks like 43 is still on the station.
Mm.
Another regiment, Ranger regiment team. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's pretty spread out right now. A lot of teams on Jamestown.
A lot in Jamestown. And thankfully, we got one of the users, Kevin Fouts, a former Best Ranger winner in year 2012. He's got Black Home access as well, and he's going to start answering for us a lot where the teams are now. So we appreciate that, Kevin. Thank you very much, my friend. Delta, you're about to be the most popular person on this YouTube commentary. Get ready for it. All right, so shout out right now to, while we got this break here, to our favorite sponsors, the Ranger Recycles. Ranger Recycles come in every 3-week period based off of either peers or failures of leadership reports, whether it's a team leader, squad leader, or platoon leader. These Ranger Recycles will spend 3 to 6 weeks awaiting for their next course to initiate, or they'll jump back in either Darby, Dahlonega, or Florida phase, and then they'll rejoin and hopefully graduate and become your newest Rangers. So that is your Ranger Recycle team right there assisting. This is the hardest set and group to recycle because guess what? You have to be here for 4 to 6 weeks, and all you're doing is helping set up every single lane of Best Ranger. You're setting up targetry, you're moving screens, you're painting pickets black. Look at this picket. This picket's freshly painted black right here. Is this picket right here? Black, just painted. You got that picket right there. That just got painted. That's fresh black. You got that one over there. You got yellow cord everywhere. Ranger Recycles, the unsung heroes of the Best Ranger competition. And you know what? If you make it through, you're going to be okay. All right, here we go. Team 47. All right, he shot all of his targets. He shot every one of his targets in the right there. All hit in the brown where it's supposed to hit. Ooh, oh, yeah, that's actually, want to do this? They're shooting brown for this iteration. We got a malfunction on one of the weapon systems. Appears to be in our double feed. All right, partner's correcting the malfunction. Here we go. Shell Bell moving to buddy team means they're moving to Pierce Range. Pierce Range is on Puckett Highway. It's the furthest range that is northwest at today's competition, furthest away. Buddy Team Live Fire is one of the events called the Buddy Team Live Fire, where they will go execute, each get 30 rounds, and they're going to shoot 30 rounds each for a total of 60 points maximum, and the goal of hitting all 60 targets. Still Team 47 partner dealing with this malfunction. Say we jump forward after this? Yeah. I'm in the back corner. Yeah, let's go yours. We'll go mine, and yours is closer, and we'll come back and get your car.
Hey, you.
Back.
Okay.
I gotta get home.
Yeah. Well, here, go do that.
Okay.
Then you grab that, and then we'll go to mine. We'll take mine.
Yeah, I'll finish this one. All right, we're back in the fight. 47 is corrected, said malfunction. They're shooting. Blaine and I were just kind of figuring out how we're going to attack the rest of the day since we are very scattered across the comp. We're likely just going to start jumping from event to event, just trying to get as much action as we can. I think we've done 4 teams here at Krilling. We've been here for about 72 minutes. I think we're good here at Krilling. We've seen enough. Once we get Team 47 here knocked out, once Team 47 is all done, we're going to bounce to the next range. We'll probably also just give you live updates as we're driving to the next range, so you all know what's going on. Yeah, today, if you were a former competitor, if you knew ahead of time like how lanes were going to go and flow, I would tell you I would have wanted to knock out Krilling range immediately, like gotten here first and knocked it out, and then I would have wanted to push probably the Prusik towards end of the day, and then be one of the last teams at Prusik. Just because Prusik teams are taking a long time there, 15 to 20 minutes to do the whole Prusik thing. Krilling here, based off of just the general flow you've been seeing, fast thing you've seen it go through 15 minutes with minimal malfunctions. I've also seen a team like this that's been on the range for 20 to 22 minutes, right? This will be our last team that we're going to film here at Krilling Range, and then we'll bounce to whatever's next, our most popular site. Let's go 47. Team 47. I'm sorry, Team 33. We are going to leave before they go. They're actually next on deck. My bad, 33 fanboys. 33 is running right there. There goes 33. No, we only have 2 streamers here, and we're pretty much doing 1 stream at a time, just based off of the action and the choose your own adventure. So you're going to really only have us. Once we go down here, we're going to be down for about 10 minutes until we transition to the next site and start up the next feed. So there's Team 33 rocking it. Here we go, Team 47's last iteration.
Where are we going to be when we come back up? If we're going down, where we're going to be so they can find us?
What are you thinking? Based off of what you were seeing on the black own.
Let me take a look quick. thinking urban assault would be cool to catch.
All right, urban assault course.
Right? Maybe
Yeah.
some machine gun.
Yep.
Everybody loves a good machine gun.
Yeah, I'll probably shoot over to Buchanan Range to go watch urban assault course. It's always a lot of fun. Super fast moving pace. There's been no teams backed up there because once you get there, you go, and that's it. Only dead space we'll have is if we're waiting on a team to show up.
Windows start chasing teams too.
Yeah, with that too, with the teams that are in, you see there's a lot of scheduled streams that we had kind of tried to plan. I think what we'll do to make life easier to follow the stream is we'll just stream it live using one of those pre-scheduled sites. And you just have to pay attention to when we go live and when we're not live. All right, so one partner shoots seated. They transition to the pistol bay. They then shoot pistols. Partner on the right, ping. There we go. Yeah! That's what we were waiting for, baby. Beautiful pings. So he hit every single pie plate and missed one on the second part. It's all right, though. His partner's able to clean it up. 48 moving north towards Krilling Range. That's exactly where we are right now at Krilling Range. I can hear Team 33 is shooting. They just shot the flintlock muskets as we speak. It's happening concurrently. Ooh, I like that. I like the direction you just threw at us. So 275's over at Sniper. A little biased, but I understand it. Maybe we can get over there where they're stacked. We'll be able to see some teams, then we can bounce, kind of leapfrog with them. All right, partner 2 is still in the seated position, shooting at all the white. Checking the weapon system. '53, we literally just saw them shoot here at Krilling Range. I believe they headed northbound. They're headed south. Ooh, I stand corrected. All right, here we go. Transition to pistol. He's going to shoot the second set of pie plates. Miss. Hit. Hit. I got 2 hits. All right, they're going to collect all the magazines. Once they're done collecting magazines, they're going to come here to the sandbag, run the sandbag to the finish line, and their time will be done. Go 4-7. 4-7, finishing it off. All right, team, we are going to call it here on this live stream. What we're going to do now is just, instead of using the scheduled ones, bounce just to a standard live. I will see you all out there. Rings of the way.